Want to try it? Okay. And the point of land I'm at here at the top is kind of confusing to figure out. There's parts of chapels and churches, and there's like a fortress. After a few busy weeks, we took some time to chill at a little island off the coast of Naples called Procida. We had seen this gem from the distance the prior week, with its pronounced bluff rising from the sea, with every shade of pastel-colored paint employed, forming a quintessential Italian coastal village. Some of our friends chide us for not being able to slow down and relax very well. So, to keep up with the facade, we dropped the hook and immediately headed out on our paddleboards to get up close and personal with this island.
Memory, talk to me. I kinda wanna understand what you mean when you say her and me. We never ever should have played it this real. Got me down under your thumb. Just let me out.
Wow.
Just let me have fun.
It's kind of freaky, it just drops right off. It's like it makes me almost fall on my board. I can't lose my balance when I don't see anything underneath me.
I trust you, I hate you, 'cause you're probably right. But I forget when she gives me that smile. It's like I never felt so.
Want to try it? Okay.
There is a waste of my love, 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 love. I'll give up the day that I die.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, just that narrow spot.
My love, waste of my love. In my mind, I'm the guy who never really said an easy goodbye. Always wait till it's too late. Just let it happen, leave it all up to fate. But there is a part of me, the memories too smart in me, telling me, begging me to listen to myself and let me be free. I don't wanna, I don't need to take it serious. She's trouble, move on, just do better, 'cause you're probably right. But I forget when she gives me that smile. It's like I never.
Back on board Sea Rose, we did make a concerted effort to slow down, but a couple of newly arrived boats in the anchorage had other plans. And that was a glimpse of the Italian culture. Yelling and screaming, and they probably all were very good friends and friends for many, many years. Probably their whole lifetime.
And they'll probably see each other tomorrow and love each other.
Yeah, they're gonna get together at the same place tomorrow and yell and scream at each other and bless their love to each other at the same time. So it was so loud and noisy, Karen and I couldn't concentrate here while we're writing in our journals, so I had to film it. Later, while venturing ashore, we found the beautiful multicolored pastel buildings were showing their age up close, not unlike many of the medieval villages we had seen over the summer. We had worked up a thirst after our paddleboarding and walk across town, and we found a well-placed streetside cafe right at the ferry landing. These cafes, like those popularized in France, spill out onto the sidewalk and nearly into the roadway, with a not-so-subtle suggestion to passers-by to stop in. So we indulged. The 12-euro bottle of chilled white wine was enough to please us, but more often than not, the waitstaff will add a Mediterranean setup. This comprises at least a bowl of olives, perhaps some cheese, maybe even some slices of fresh bread. We had all the fixings for an evening of people watching. Spilling out of the ferry boats were commuters coming home from Naples, finding their Vespas at the dock, or a waiting spouse in a little Fiat. They had clearly found a win-win: a job and money in Naples, peace and quality of life on Procida. Clearly, we had to do more research on this phenomenon by taking the ferry into Naples the next day. First, though, it was time for another one of my multi-purpose morning runs. So I just started my run this morning. It's early in the morning here on Procida, and I ran up to the top of the hill above the anchorage. Our boat's anchored down in the cove down here, and the point of land I'm at here at the top is kind of confusing to figure out. There's parts of chapels and churches, and then there's like a fortress and a very thick walled gate area where I came through. Definitely this is an area that does not cater to tourism. They've got a lot of historical markers around, but it's hard to figure out what's what. There used to be a penitentiary here. They've filmed a couple of films I saw and some information markers, but it's kind of cool in a way because it's not overly tourist run or organized. You kind of have to figure it out yourself. And when I walk and run around town, you can tell that people are kind of doing their own business. They don't really care about tourists. They're kind of doing their own thing, living their own lives, and not catering to the tourism business. Fishing is very popular here, so I'll just show you a little bit when I run through what the town is like. But it's just, there's people that live up here in an old castle fortress area. There's some religious shrines and cathedrals and that kind of thing. But compared to some of the other islands, it's not nearly as kind of built out and prepared for tourist visits, so kind of neat.
I dare you dig a little deeper. It makes you feel a little stronger. Who knows what you may find? You'll see it in your own time. It might just take a little longer. It all goes by so slowly. Ooh.
Doing our best to pretend to be commuters, we hopped on board a high-speed, hydrofoiling ferry, enjoying the view and the poor sailboaters busy trying to get out of the ferry's trajectory. Ferries are a natural part of regular life here, with so many beautiful islands a short distance away from Naples, and the scene on the dock is one of well-rehearsed efficiency. Noticeable to us, but commonplace and therefore unremarkable it seems to locals. Our plan in Naples was twofold: take the infamous Spaccanapoli walk that crosses the city and check out the archaeological museum. Spaccanapoli shows you a great cross-section of the city, busy, dangerous crosswalks, open-air markets, and yes, lots more people watching, with random Roman ruins thrown in for good measure. The archaeological museum is really centered around the ancient Romans, and in particular what happened at Pompeii. Indeed, it is a great complement to visiting Pompeii itself. The best artifacts from the site have been painstakingly restored here at the museum, and include mosaics, this famous one of Alexander the Great, for example, that when you examine them closely, seem like they would have taken an unfathomable number of years to construct.
Here we are on the Kermar ferry coming back from Naples to Procida. We're leaving the driving to somebody else on a ship finally, so we don't have to worry. We can be passengers. We can sightsee and not have to crank any winches or worry about other boats.
Lovely city, but very exhausting to walk around.
Yeah, very noisy. Good walking tour by Rick Steves and a good archaeological museum. But yeah, very gritty city. Got to kind of watch out for pickpockets and that kind of stuff, but we had a good day, and I think one day is about as good as what's needed. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, prego.
Back at Procida, we had even more reason to appreciate our little charmer of an island, close to the big city, but far enough away to restore the soul. That is, except for the occasional noisy neighbors. We hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, fair winds.